Hello YouTube, we have a Mutant deck with Gene. And you got what, top 4 today?
Yeah.
Alright, good job.
Alright.
Show us what you played.
So, I played Mutants, pure Mutants. So first we got the Monster Searcher. See the little M, it says M for monster. Searches your monsters. Then the Spell and Trap Searcher. Searches spells and traps. They're pretty good normal summons. You have to play all 3. And now for the big boys, we got 2 beasts. So he negates spells and traps, and then when he's destroyed by a card effect or battle, you can add one of your mutant traps. Then you play 1 arsenal and 1 mist. Arsenal, he's a target banish, and this one draws 2 if your opponent activates a trap card.
And this one can't be targeted by spells, traps, monsters, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or spells, traps, monsters, yeah, exactly.
They all have utility.
Yeah, exactly. And then honestly, I'm playing 3 hand traps. Got Ash Blossom and Shifter. So in this deck, you can afford to play Shifter because you banish anyways. You don't really care what's in your graveyard because you keep just recycling your banish cards. And then Ash is just, it can work under Shifter, so that's why you play it.
Nice. And that's it for the monsters, right?
That's it for the monsters. And now for our spells, we got 2 of the field spell. I'd play 3, but only own 2. But broke boy.
Good job.
Whatever. There's only like $1. I'll probably get another one. But this guy, on activation, you can special 1 level 4 lower mutant from your hand or banish, and it's an extender, and you can just shuffle 1 mutant monster and draw 1 card, which is pretty cool. And 1 mutant fusion. So this one sucks, but you have to play it. It's an extra name that you can search. And if your opponent activates a card, you can actually Shadow Fusion with this, which is pretty nutty. And I like that part, that's why I play it.
Oh yeah, you can. I was reading it just now.
Right. And we're playing 3 Desires. I'd probably play Extravagance in the future, but Extravagance does conflict with the field spells, draw 1. So you can either play Prosperity, Extravagance, or Desires, honestly, whichever one you have in your budget. Desire is nice, draw 2 is always nice in a trap deck. And powerful 1-ofs, you got Dimensional Fissure,
Floodgate,
Gold Sark. You banish level 1 or whatever, the little babies, and then you can special it with the field spell, which is kind of nice. Called by and E-Tally, so this is an extender for all psychics, so you can just special it. Okay. But that's it for the spells.
And your trap cards.
Now a bunch of trap cards. So we got the fusion card, the main fusion card that you want to search. So during the main phase, you can fusion summon a mutant fusion, and you can just shuffle it back to the deck, whatever materials you need. Right. So you can summon the little boy or the big guy. But this guy's pretty nice. And it's searchable by trap tricks, but I'm not playing it. This kind of sucks. And mutant expansion. I was playing this only at 2, but I decided at 3 is pretty nice because it, specials once from the deck, and it also has a nifty effect which protects your level 8 or higher mutants from battle or destruction. And then another Floodgate, which is TC Boo. Since they're all different and they all banish for cost, you're never on the field with the same type, so you can play around it and punish your opponent for playing mono type decks. And I decided on these 2 traps. So we got Torrential Strike.
Best combo.
Best combo, because if you have Dimension Shifter up, Macrocosmos, or Dimensional Fissure, and your Torrential Strike, a Dragon Leap board, you're gonna win the game. And I did do that today.
Spanish.
And nice. That's it for the traps. Oh, final 2 traps are 2 more Floodgates. So we got Imperial Order and Macrocosmos. I probably will side the order in the future because we do play quite a bit of spells, and it came up today that I couldn't use it because I activated it.
Okay. How many cards is this, by the way?
This is 42.
42?
Yeah, I built this deck right before Logo, so it does have more room of improvement. So,
and it still works, though.
It still worked. It got me there.
The extra deck?
So for the extra deck, we're playing 2 Mutant Ultimateness. So this is the Macabre of the deck, pretty much. It's really hard to summon because you need 3 level 8 or higher mutants. And it banishes from the graveyard to negate any type. So you banish a mutant trap, mutant monster, or mutant spell, and you can negate the effect and banish it. And then if they do get rid of this, you can add 1 of each from your banish, which is pretty nice. It did get destroyed today, and I you know, pretty much added a trap, monster, and spell from it.
Nice.
And this is the main one you're going to be summoning.
The disruption.
So this is the disruption on your opponent's turn. So you special summon it with the mutant cry, and it pops a card on the field, which is pretty good. I mean, it does target, but you know,
it's still a disruption.
Still disruption. And also, anytime your opponent activates any type of an effect, monster, spell, or trap, you can chain it, making it unaffected by that certain type. Usually monsters, anyways. And now for our links, we're playing Almirage. Almirage is good because if you normal summon, you can actually protect one of your big guys from like Lightning Storm or something like that. And Cross Sheep, this helps you OTK. You're not really going to make it that much, but if you do, you're able to OTK quicker. One Nightmare Phoenix to, you know, generic disruption. And Anaconda, you send Mutant Fusion, the spell with this card, especially if your opponent used the card, you can still shut off fusion with it, and you get a disruption out of it. Unicorn, generic, and the link 4 of the deck has to be Zeraboros because you banish a lot, and it takes only 2+ effect monsters, which is a lot easier said than done. That's it for the links. And then, since we have a lot of Dogmatica people at locals, I decided to take in Intis and Nova to summon out Mekaba. So this hasn't come up today, but I'm sure it will eventually.
Yeah, we have a lot of Dogmatica Maximus people that play.
And then Ding, because all the big guys are level 8, so if you have 2 of them, you can out like a Dragoon. But yeah, that's it for deck profile. You want me to do side 2?
If you want to, just skim through it real quick.
Yeah, sides, you know, depending on your locals. Nib, you know, Nib does Nib things. Going second to out Dragoon. This deck does have trouble outing Dragoon because our biggest monster is like 3k. 1 alpha and 1 package top, so you just side this 5 in against like a Dragoon deck of some sort. And then back row removal, we got Duster and 3 Cosmics. You can't afford to play Twin in this deck. If you have money, you can play Lightning Storm. But it is what it is.
You have money.
I do, but I'm broke now. And 3 Dark Ruler.
Okay.
But that's it.
Alright, well, good job, Gene. You got top 4 today. Thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. We have a subscriber issue going on. Alright, thank you, Gene.
Peace.